The latest on Joe Burrow's calf injury, plus a highlight-packed Friday practice. Let's get to our training camp report for Friday right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to CBT. I'm James Rapien of AllBengals.com here at Paycor Stadium, where the Bengals just wrapped up a Friday edition of practice. And look, let's be honest here. Joe Burrow obviously wasn't out there getting treatment on his right calf today, and he's going to be out for several weeks. And whether it's the latest on Joe Burrow and what I'm about to say practice report wise, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right here on CBT. Look, Joe Burrow's going to miss some time, and several is what Zach said. Zach Taylor, he was asked to describe or define several. He said several means several. I would guess, and this is purely a guess, 2 to 4 weeks. And even if it is 2 weeks, I think it will be longer because we had Dr. Brandon Bowers on the program, and hopefully check out that video right here on the channel at some point. But we posted it on Friday morning, and the potential for a re-injury with a calf strain is pretty high. So let's say it takes 3 weeks for Burrow. Give him the extra week. And a month, that's fine. You can do that because you have 6 weeks from Sunday is the start of the regular season. The Bengals play the Browns on September 10th in Cleveland. So you have time. And the thing that is interesting to me about this whole situation, and I don't know for sure, but obviously Joe Burrow came out wearing the sleeve. And I asked Zach if he could confirm that Burrow was fine going into that practice. Got a little testy with me. Didn't say one way or the other. But it feels like there's at least a chance that Burrow was dealing with something going into Thursday's practice and opted to practice, and maybe that was his call. Maybe he downplayed the severity of what was bothering him, if something was bothering him. But, and that's all speculation, of course, we know he had a sleeve on that calf, and then obviously he's going to be out for several weeks now. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to see two quarterbacks a lot. Jake Browning, Trevor Siemian, they're going to be battling for the backup job. That was the plan anyways, so we'll see more of them. And they both had good days today, by the way, during Friday's session. We'll get to that in a second. The Bengals are also going to add another quarterback at some point, and it's defined by, you could say a camp arm or whatever. You're not going to make two quarterbacks throw all the throws necessary to get every receiver, every tight end work. So we will see there. But overall, I think that's it's good news, considering where we were at essentially 24 hours ago as I record this. It's 5:16, where we didn't really know. And then I received word, and I wrote it at allbengals.com, so hopefully you check out the website regularly in between videos for the latest on the Bengals. But I wrote that he was going to be fine, that it wasn't a season-ending injury, that the Bengals avoided the catastrophic disaster scenario, and we know what that could have been. Well, it's not that. But now it's what is several? How long will it take? And I don't really think that the Bengals know. I don't think Zach knows. I think that's the part of it that's tough, is because with an injury like this, they may say, yeah, he'll be feeling much better in 2 weeks. Well, that's fine, but then you probably want to give him extra time after that. So we will see there. He was in the building today, was in the building last night till about 7:30 or so, went through meetings, was in the building today, went through some meetings, got some treatment based on what some people have told me. So good news overall for Joe Burrow. As for the rest of the Bengals, obviously practice was on Friday. It continued. The guys were in good spirits. They battled. I mean, there were so many highlights, and we will have a highlights package for you that we're going to be putting together of multiple days of highlights, including some of Burrow's passes. But today was packed. I mean, Andre Yosevich had a great catch on the sideline on a ball from Trevor Siemian. Jake Browning hit Jamar Chase in stride for 6 on a long touchdown. Jake Browning connected with multiple receivers, was having a good day. DJ Turner, again, with a nice pass breakup on Andre Yosevich downfield. And that's the thing with Turner. Every single day. Now, we have 3 straight days of him being able to stay with the receiver, and it's Stanley Morgan, Kwame Lassiter, Andre Yosevich. Stay with the receiver, turn, look, and make a play on the ball. And the turn, look, make a play on the ball tracking, all of those things, that's hard to find in a corner with that speed, with that athleticism, and he just does it so fluid, so natural, very explosive player. So DJ Turner has certainly been a standout so far this week. Allen George had a couple of nice plays as well in that cornerback room. So two really encouraging days and encouraging signs for Lou Anarumo's secondary. But like I said, Trenton Irwin had a touchdown. There were multiple big plays. Charlie Jones had a touchdown. This was a fun practice. Tyler Boyd had a nice touchdown in the end zone during a red zone drill. So it was a fun practice. It was a highlight-packed practice, and it was one in which we'll make sure we have plenty of highlights for you right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So overall, other standouts, other names I haven't mentioned, I think that Tanner Hudson, number 87, the tight end, and he won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay and has played in, I think has played in 37 games. I need to look it up again. But I remember last year when they signed him to the practice squad, I looked it up and I was like, man, he has a lot of experience for a guy that's just out there hanging out at the end of the year. Tanner Hudson, I think, has a real shot at pushing in the tight end room. Has good size, has been able to catch the ball, had multiple touchdowns today, and just looks the part. So we'll see. But that's a dark horse in the tight end room that I would keep an eye on. And the other thing, some of these veterans didn't practice today, and I think it's interesting. I'm not going to jump the gun. Tee Higgins did not practice in any of the team portion. So he did individual drills, but any 11-on-11, 7-on-7, T was not out there. Logan Wilson, same thing. DJ Reader, same thing. DJ Reader missed practice altogether, and was in just sweats. And I tweeted a video of Reader walking out to practice. But what's interesting about this is obviously Joe Burrow negotiating his contract right now, contract extension, gets hurt. I'm sure T's agent, Logan Wilson's agent, probably might have communicated like, hey, do we want to risk this? And they might have had a conversation about it. I'm not saying that's what happened. I think we'll see tomorrow if they take place in practice that it was just a one day, let's rest their legs. They're getting into the camp grind, so to speak. And those are two guys that are extremely explosive and you don't want to risk any soft tissue things. So maybe it's that, or maybe it's more than that. And I don't want to speculate beyond it because I don't know, but I do think it's interesting. It's something I will certainly be watching on Saturday. I certainly appreciate you watching right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Please hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. Tell a Bengals fan about the channel because we're trying to give you the best coverage from a Bengals perspective on YouTube. And whether it's exclusive interviews, I got one with Chuck Sizzle, Charlie Jones coming up, whether it is Zach Taylor in his update with Joe Burrow, or information on this injury or anything in between, contract extensions, signings, anything. We have you covered right here. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. We will see you on Back Together Saturday. We'll be covering it right here from Paycor Stadium. So until then, for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.